Okay, Charles LeBlanc here. We're in front of the legislator. My God, the guy that's holding the camera never been here. He's born in Fredericton, but never been in the front step of the legislator. He's a little bit concerned, but it's okay. It's okay. It's the people's house. Everybody's allowed, even welfare bums, me, anybody else. Anyway, now what I'm going to talk about today. Now, I want to make myself very clear. I do not speak ill of the dead, okay? Let me make myself very clear. I'm a good Catholic, even though I go to the Baptist church. But anyway, there's something that happened, because the reason I'm concerned about not speaking about the bad about the dead is I remember working the shipyard, and my Uncle Al almost died, and he was a supervisor. And this guy shotgun said, I hope the asshole suffers and dies. And a couple of months later, a boat fell on his chest in his parking lot and he died. So I don't wish, that's what he told my uncle, that he wished he suffers and dies, and that's what happened to him. Okay, I feel like an old man here. We're coming, 56, I am getting old. There's something that happened. I feel like an old man, I'm telling old stories. I got a flashback yesterday from the Irving media. We'll give them credit. There's an MLA in St. John that passed away. They found her dead in a media home in East St. John. Her name is Carol Keddy. A lot of people wouldn't know who that name is. Now, the politicians are talking. She was a good MLA. She was fantastic. And it sort of made me sick. Now, this is the legislator. I mean, that's where we're at. And this is where she got... I first met... Sorry, I'm rattling on. Coffee. I first met her in 1996, 97, I think it was. She ran for consul. She tried to run for consul in St. John. My cameraman is falling asleep. Well, we're getting there. I met her at St. John High School. She had a resume about this long. Oh my God, the resume, I never seen a resume like that in my life. She ran for consul. Those were the days that 60, 100 people ran for consul. They went by name. There wasn't no ward system. So she never got elected as a consular. In 1999, she went for the nomination of the PC party. The leader then was Bernard Lord. Guess what? Nobody ran for the nomination. The reason? It was going to be against Rollie McIntyre. So Rollie couldn't get beat. So she won the nomination. Put the camera up a little bit. I know you're falling asleep.
I know, Paji.
She put that. We're joking here. She won by acclamation. Nobody ran against her. So next thing you know, I was a scrutineer of that election. I was counting the vote behind the scene. And I'll never forget it. Carol Keddy. I said, my God, if Carol Keddy is winning, is beating Rollie McIntyre, what's going on? You know, we had no internet those days and tweeting and all that. We didn't know what the outside world was. At the end, Bernard Lord beat Camille Turriel, landslide. Okay, 1999. So next thing you know, Carol Keddy is a new MLA. I remember looking at Lisa Keenan. She tried many times to be a PC MLA. I said, Lisa, you should have ran for the nomination. You know, my God. So Carol Keddy is the new MLA for East St. John. Now, the PC party are praising her. She was a good MLA. I'm very sorry. I do not speak ill of the dead. Carol Keddy was the worst MLA that we ever had, that I know of, in St. John. I mean, the woman got elected. The woman had an alcohol problem. The woman had a VLT problem. I know. I was here. Listen, come on here. Come on here, man. There used to be a tree. She was found on the lawn, all drugged up. And next thing you know, that hotel there used to be the Beaverbrook Hotel. I seen it with my own eyes. VLTs, VLTs, VLTs. The woman had a gambling problem. The woman couldn't handle to be an MLA. And I never seen her. But the one thing about this, St. Johners, I mean, maybe they found Carol Keddy in a mini home. She was dead for about 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. Not sure. Nobody, the only person that found her was the delivery boy. It's like she just outcast herself. I never really sat down with the woman, but I asked her some help, but I didn't get anything. So, bottom line of this rude video, Donnie Schnook. Remember Donnie Schnook? Donnie Schnook was a counselor for St. John. Donnie Schnook came out of nowhere. I left St. John in 2003. Next thing you know, I heard about this Donnie Schnook. What was it called again? A soup for kids, something like that. I forgot, thank God. But he was feeding the kids food, soup. Next thing you know, he was playing with the kids. He was such a good-hearted person that the people in St. John elected him counselor for the South End. He was so good as a counselor, and speaking up, I think him and another guy is the only two that were re-elected when we had this LNG thing and all that, or they want to get rid of all the council. He got re-elected, and at the end, he was one of the most notorious pedophile that we ever seen in St. John, and was sentenced to 18 years in jail. Okay. Now, nobody knew him. Suddenly, you come out of nowhere, you want to be a politician. Carol Keddy? Well, I guess in the 50s, she was a good teacher in St. John. But she disappeared for years. Next thing you know, she shows up with this resume. It's so important to have, especially in St. John, to have a nomination meeting, a nomination convention. You make sure you nominate the right person to represent you. Carol Keddy, for 4 years, she didn't re-offer because she would have got slaughtered. Didn't do nothing. All she did was VLTs, drinking, didn't do nothing. So the bottom line is, the nomination, when you have a nomination process, have some competition, have an open nomination, and make sure the people you vote in, that you understand where they're coming from. And Carol Keddy, God bless your soul. May she rest in peace.